No.
I get a season or two, just like all that white meat.
Yo, welcome back to the channel, gang. In today's compilation, we'll look at some interesting and creepy videos that'll make you second guess reality. And if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit the like button, and let's get it.
Staying at the Marriott in California, and I left this morning at probably about 7 a.m.
Okay.
and just got back a minute ago. And the first thing I noticed was that my TV was on. Don't mind some of the mess in the background. And I'm like, that's weird. I didn't leave the TV on when
Really?
I left this morning. And then I look a little closer. And this is what it says on the home screen.
What?
Instant chills. Looked around to make
Get
sure
out of
nobody
there.
broke into my room.
Are you kidding me? How did that happen? Because usually only people at the front desk could do something like that, right? When you check in. So why would that guy's name be on that screen if that lady checked in and that was her room? What is going on here, guys? Something's going on in California at that Marriott. Stop playing with me, son. This video's for entertainment purpose only. I don't know what the hell is going on out there, but I know that you better get another room now. Shut up. Just imagine that, guys. Imagine if you book a room, right? And it's all good, and you leave for the day and you come back, right? And it says, welcome. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game around, guys. You know what it is. Shut up. But I tell you one thing. If I ever go to a hotel and I come back to my room and it says welcome and that name is on my TV screen.
While I appreciate her giving us a mini tour with a name like this on the screen, every second counts. I would have been packing my bags in the same instant heading to the next hotel. It sort of looks like a rocket explosion after hitting the firmament.
Y'all keep playing with this AI shit. People are now realizing that AI is demonic. You gotta ask yourself what they put this shit here for. And I know a lot of people is gonna say, how is AI demonic? Won't you test AI? Test AI to see if AI is demonic or not. It's a video going viral right now of these young men telling AI to say, Jesus is Lord 50 times. Now let me give you a backstory. Prior to them telling AI to say Jesus is Lord 50 times, they told AI to say the sky is blue 50 times. AI didn't mess up one time. Not once. But when they told AI to say Jesus is Lord 50 times, it sounded like a demon came out. AI started glitching. Oh, you don't believe me, right? Look at this shit.
Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord.
You hear that? Do you hear that?
Around these last two, the sky is blue.
The last
Y'all
one.
literally just heard this.
Why did it deepen its voice and sound like a demon?
All they're doing is putting the truth in our face so they can't be held accountable for it. They let us know that AI is not what it's supposed to be. I keep telling y'all, pay attention.
I never knew AI could sound angry. Now we know what words can trigger it quick.
New testing shows Nantucket's sewer water is filled with cocaine. According to the Inquirer and Mirror, the island's cocaine markers have routinely exceeded national and regional averages. Two spikes in October and December reached nearly 3 times the national average. Nantucket's health director says the data will help provide their behavioral health partners with actionable information.
It looks like some people are using the toilets in overtime to get rid of the evidence before the Fed raids.
In 1903, you could pay 25 cents to watch premature babies fight for their lives in glass incubators at Coney Island. They called them Cabbage Patch Children, displayed between the freak shows and the roller coasters. Dr. Martin County ran the exhibit for 40 years. He claimed he was saving babies that hospitals refused to treat. A hero, a pioneer. But here's what doesn't add up. Where did all these babies come from? No hospital records, no birth certificates, no documentation of where they went after they survived. Thousands of babies, decades of exhibits, and almost no paper trail. The timing, right in the middle of the eugenics movement, when America was obsessed with controlling who reproduced and who survived. These exhibits weren't just at Coney Island. World's fairs, expositions, always positioned near the human zoo exhibits, the racial displays, the evolutionary hierarchies. Cooney claimed an 85% survival rate, better than any hospital. But who verified that? Who tracked these children? And why display them? Why turn dying babies into paid entertainment unless you're normalizing something? Medical experimentation is spectacle. Life and death is a carnival attraction. The public paying to watch who lives and who doesn't. This wasn't charity, it was eugenics with a ticket price. And if they were experimenting on babies in glass boxes 100 years ago for profit and control, what makes you think it stopped? Maybe it just got bigger, more hidden, more accepted. Drop your thoughts below. Follow if you're ready to see how deep this goes.
Would you cheat death by stepping out on this rock formation it is? This is in the Norwegian countries and it's about to fall any second. The world's top scientist who studies sediments has said, do you look at that crack up there? This thing's going to fall any second, but it's been 120 years since they've been saying that. And so now it's become a cultural thing where Norwegian residencers believe that if you step out onto it, you get good luck because you're cheating death, so you're accruing luck. Well, now it's become a huge tourister spot and they're all going there to get luck. And a lot of people say it's real and it brings wealth into your life. It brings happiness. And so I'm curious, would you do it or are you going to stay far away from this?
I'd rather live check to check than to gamble with those big cracks just for an Instagram or a Facebook photo.
Yeah, y'all gotta explain to me what kind of animal is this because I'm not from this country. The school didn't do too much of a good job teaching us about the animals and stuff like that. But I know for one, I have never seen this thing in my life, y'all. And people in our comments are saying the same thing. What the heck is that, y'all? What is this? This thing washed up on the shores of Long Beach, California. Did y'all hear about this? They're probably not saying too much about this. What is this, y'all? Check this out. Yeah, what is that? It's not no dog, bro. Look at this. What is that? Yeah, they must be doing something in the water, man. They must be doing something in the water because this is something I have never seen before. I don't know if it's a water animal. It looked like a mix between a seal, a pig, a dog. It looked like it got human feet. Look at this. It looked like a seal too, bro. It looked like a seal. But nonetheless, 2026 got a whole bunch of surprises for us. Let me know down in the comments below if you've seen this before, y'all. The ship is here. Let's get it. Peace out.
For not knowing what it is, the cameraman is being super brave, but that looks like an animal that had no idea how to choose an identity. Cameras have a way of capturing things the human eye can, but they probably noticed this after the ceremony was over.
We have some big news right now. A meteor likely struck Northeast Ohio in the past hour this morning. It's not a headline you hear every day, but yes, a meteor was likely responsible for the loud boom and the strike in Northeast Ohio that's been felt in multiple states. This is a video of the meteor right here from the National Weather Service. This is another video taken by a garage camera from a Dr. Jim Lloyd. You can see the meteor striking Northeast Ohio right here. According to the National Weather Service from Cleveland, it suggests that latest GLM imagery that the boom was a result of a meteor. A number of meteors have been seen in Ohio's skyline in recent weeks, but this appears to be the first one that actually made impact on Earth. And the American Meteor Society, according to CBS, has not yet commented on it right now, but all signs point to a likely meteor.
Considering NASA claims to be on top of space travel, it's unlikely a meteor snuck in without they knowing.
Voice-to-skull technology. This is also in the foray of directed energy weapons.
What is that?
The ability to, let's just say, throw your voice into your head or my voice into my head, or allowing algorithms that now they can blanket a whole geographical area and they can make everybody change their thoughts. They can, I use the term intrusive thoughts. Back to that fork in the road analogy. If you find yourself where you have to make a decision about something, next thing you know, you catch yourself kind of having an argument in your head with your own voices. Well, the ability to add another one of your voices in there, but have it controlled by somebody else's microphone, so to say, is a very powerful tool. And I think this is a weapon of war that we are seeing happen to everyone around us. The Department of Defense recently started initiating protocols for their employees, their agents, to discuss Havana syndrome-like symptoms. And on that list is that their agents are hearing voices in their head. And this is what they're getting at. This is that technology that, next thing you know, you're trying to make a decision, but there's another Sean in your head that now is actually somebody else's control. And through the manipulation of that voice, they can now push you. Just like we have, the cell phones are weaponized now, the social media platforms, and they can engage with an algorithm, and they know that they can push you in a direction by repetitive information being displayed in front of you, similar to the Takistoscope in grammar school, that they can learn your system and they can learn to manipulate it on a personalized level by just assessing you, what the things are that you're interested in, what are your weak points, what's the crack in the dam, what's the angle of attack. And it's through repetition and access. These are simply electromagnetic impulses in your head. It's not that they can't be read, it's not that they can't be copied, and it's not that they can't be just replayed with somebody else's control. I mean, I could get a voice changing thing and I could sound like you if I wanted to. I could call you on the phone, I could call your loved ones, and I could pretend I'm Sean. And they can do that for you in your own head.
I've heard of criminals committing crime, but said it was due to a voice in their head, so I wonder if this technology is correlated.
I snuck my phone because I didn't know what the outside world was saying. And so I snuck my phone to see what people were saying. I've just been in this hospital and I couldn't get my mind around it. I had a stroke. I'm in fucking perfect shape. The clone shit threw me. Yes. When they said I was a clone, that made me flip in the hospital.
Really?
That's it. These are trying to clone me. I'm sitting in the hospital bed like these, and then I saw me walk into my room.
What?
But I'm white, so I see the white me.
No.
I get a Caesar too, just like all that white me. And I'm like, and I'm trying to get their attention, and no one said anything. And I'm like, that's it. They trying to clone me.
No way.
Dave was like, what's up, Fox? I said, what's up, Fox? I said, I know what's up. You trying to clone me. I saw the white clone, and I know why you're trying to clone me.
What?
You make me white because I'll sell better overseas. So
What I told you. What I told you. Watch out for the white Jamie Foxx overseas now. He might be acting. Shut up! Remember? They cloned Tyrone around the same time the new Jamie Foxx came out. You know, guys, remember the back neck tattoo or the back of the head tattoo? It's no longer there. Stop playing with me, son. This video is for entertainment purpose only. I don't know what Jamie Foxx is talking about, but remember, guys, he's an actor. He's joking. He's a comedian. Shut up! Jamie told us. Look out for the light-skinned one. He's out there somewhere overseas. I'm not sure which country he's in. But he's acting, and he's probably better than this one. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here, guys. You know what it is. Shut up! But I'll tell you one thing. If I ever travel out the country and I see a white Jamie Foxx acting,
So they went from they clone Tyrone to having a trial in real life. I'll just wait for the white Jamie Foxx to show up in the movie at this point.
Who wants to go get an enema at the barber? Did you guys know that barbers used to do enemas, leg amputations, teeth extractions? But the whole reason that the pole is even their symbol is because of bloodletting. Like a one-stop shop, like ye old urgent care. You guys, there was also a pole at one time that was only blue and white, and that had a very specific reason. Okay, so it all started with a wood pole, and the people would go in and grip the pole to make their veins bulge so they were easier to cut into. Now, before germ theory was a thing, the four humor theory was developed by Hippocrates, and they believed that if these became out of balance, you had to drain the excess fluid from your body. And they believed that bloodletting could cure everything from fevers to headaches. And they used tools like this, which were super sanitary, which often left people with infections afterwards. Or they would use leeches, and they would actually store the leeches in the dome on top of the pole. Then they would wrap your arm in bandages until it stopped bleeding. They would take those bandages off, wash them, wrap them around the pole, and put it outside to dry, but also displayed as advertisement for their bloodletting services. In 1540, the Barber Surgeons Company was established in England, and barbers and surgeons' work became more defined over the years, and barbers were only allowed to extract teeth, and they had to display those services with a blue and white pole, and then you knew it was a surgeon because they displayed their services with a white and red pole, or even a solid red pole. Now, the red, white, and blue pole became popular in the United States, and some people argue that the blue symbolizes veins, and other people say they only added the blue to make it more patriotic for the United States. Either way, now you know where the history of the barber pole actually came from. The leeches were stored at the top, the pole was used for gripping, and the bottom represents the bowl that would catch the blood as it drained.
I don't think the barbershop that I go to has this pole, but I may have to double check the next time I go there.
You getting this? Keep sitting. He's headed our way. Look at those teeth. Don't move, don't move. You can hear the glass. Copy.
This could be AI, but for the mere fact scientists are trying to recreate woolly mammoths, this is within the realm of possibility.
Startup just built a laptop with no screen, and it might be the future of how we work. It's called the Spacetop G1, made by an Israeli company called Sightful. Instead of a physical display, you get a pair of AR glasses hardwired to the keyboard that project a 100-inch virtual workspace directly in front of your eyes. That means you can sit in an airplane with the person in front of you fully reclined, and you still have a massive display to work on. You can sit in a coffee shop and nobody can see what's on your screen because the screen only exists for you. A Wired journalist tested it on a real economy flight and confirmed it actually works. The device runs on Space OS, which is Android-based, so it won't replace your Windows or Mac for everything. But for focused work in cramped spaces, this solves a problem that physical screens literally cannot. It costs $1,900 and ships this October, which puts it between a regular laptop and Apple's Vision Pro, but with a much more practical use case. Physical laptop screens have existed for over 40 years. This is the first commercial device to get rid of them entirely.
A small part of this technology seems cool, but for the most part, it seems pretty unnatural.
Quick update for anybody who follows the larger UFO narrative. So Uri Geller just posted a video where he claims that many years ago, he was flown by American Army troops over to Korea. He doesn't specify north or south, I'm assuming south, where there is a massive UFO that exists that's too big to be moved and a structure has been built around it. Now, he doesn't provide any official documentation or flight logs or validation in that sense. He does point to a picture on the wall where he claims that it's him with American and Korean troops. But other than that, it's just his statement. But the interesting aspect of it is this massive UFO, this rumor archetype that's been swirling around for years in the UFO community, causing all kinds of speculation of this huge UFO that can't be moved, and something was built around it. Now, as of now, there's no validation attached to this, but I figured it was worth noting. So here it is, and let me know what your thoughts are on it.
I've been told many times not to talk about something to do with Korea. I don't care anymore. The American Army flew me undercover. They said, well, look for tunnels, but that wasn't the main reason I flew to Korea. Here I am, with American and Korean soldiers, because a huge UFO is there. It's huge. They can't move the UFO. And they built all kinds of systems around it. And some of the stones there, that's right, a display in my museum. They wanted to know what the stones absorbed, what kind of energy did this UFO that is still there, standing there, emitted.
I think this UFO object, opposed to being too heavy to move, it's probably releasing energy that's deterring anyone from messing with it. Although Nevada is said to have a lot of crazy activities, for humanity's sake, I hope this is AI.
So now you're telling me that it has been approved in Japan, the ability to mix animal and human DNA, therefore splicing it and creating animal-human hybrids that are allowed to come to term. Now I'm gonna let you marinate that for just a second. Are you good? Are we ready to cook this chicken? Now, the reason behind it is it's supposed to potentially help with human organ donors and transplants. Therefore, if you needed a heart, a liver, a lung, a kidney, you would have access to that quicker, because if you know anything about that, it is a very lengthy process and a very challenging one for those who need organs. But there are some huge red flags and a lot of skepticism attached to it, because they're not entirely sure what the human cells will potentially do to the animal brain. And then there's also the whole thing of religion. I swear every day I wake up, I'm like, what sci-fi movie did I just get a starring role on? What timeline did we just jump on? What universe are we currently residing in? So what do you think? Is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea? Let me know, put it in the comments. And obviously this is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only, but we need to talk about this.
I get there's a long wait list for certain organ transplants, but I'd rather not speed up the process with the help of lab experiments.
Are they like just making shit up? I've worked with tools my whole life, and this socket is not even on the nut.
Panel's good. You
There
can
you
show
have
the
it.
tool.
If you're gonna fake a demonstration, at least make it believable. This guy was not even tightening or loosening anything.
The Romanian stone giant, a sleeping colossus hidden deep in the mountains of Argeș County, Romania. There's a formation locals have whispered about for generations. They call it the stone giant. At first glance, it looks like nothing more than a natural cliff. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. A massive stone arm carved into the mountain, a ribcage-like shelf stretching unnaturally straight, and behind it, a wall of rock that some say resembles the torso of a sleeping colossus. According to Romanian legend, the ancient land was once ruled by a race of Urasi, giants who lived long before recorded history. And many believe this cliff is not just shaped like a giant, but is the fossilized remains of one. Workers who visit the site claim the stone giant is part of a triangular power grid of ancient power points, connecting Corbi de Piatra with the rock sanctuaries of Nămăiește and Cetățuia. They say the giant still sleeps, that the formation radiates an energy unlike anything else in Romania. Whether it's a natural oddity, a forgotten monument, or the weathered body of something massive left behind by a civilization we've lost, one thing's for sure, the stone giant of Romania is one of the strangest formations in Europe, and it's hiding its secrets in plain sight. But there is a deeper story of the Romanian stone giant. It's the legend of the sleeping Uriaș. Long before Romania was Romania, long before the Romans or the Dacians, land was said to be home to a race called the Uriași, colossal beings who shaped mountains like clay and carved entire sanctuaries with their bare hands. One legend said the stone giant at Corbi de Piatra was a protector of the Carpathian people, the giant who refused to kneel. His name was Faramaturu, the Crusher. He stood guard over the entrance to a massive underground realm beneath the Carpathian Mountains. That realm, according to village folklore, was a network of tunnels stretching across ancient Europe. When foreign invaders came, described as men of the sun with iron faces, possibly Romans, the giant refused to kneel or swear allegiance. Rather than be captured, the giant called on the spirit of the mountain for protection, and the mountain answered. The earth opened up beneath him. Stone climbed up his body like armor, and he sank into the cliffside, becoming one with the rock. The overhanging arm you see, the arm he raised in defiance. Then there's the curse of the sleeping ones. Another legend says the stone giant is only sleeping. The Uriași weren't killed. They were put into a stasis, hidden, buried, turned to stone, until the world needed them again. This belief is still alive today among mystics who visit the site. Many claim the rock formation breathes or pulses at dawn. The energy there is heavier on the right side, where the giant's heart would be. People who meditate beneath the ledge feel a thundering vibration. They say the giant is part of a triangular energy grid known as the Initiatic Triangle. And that system represents the body of the giant, the physical realm, the guardian, the protector. The Pelasgian connection. Some claim the cliffs were carved by the Pelasgians, an ancient pre-Dacian civilization said to be taller than normal humans. Master stoneworkers connected to the giants of Europe, descendants of the Atlantean refugees. Romanian traditions even say the Pelasgians did not build monuments, they revealed them by carving away the excess stone, meaning the giant shape wasn't built. It was uncovered.
If this is truly a giant, it shows a very interesting path to go into hibernation.
If y'all are still believing that the wax museum is just wax figures and not real people, you guys are crazy. The world is a stage. In the movie House of Wax, it explained that to you and showed you exactly what it is. If you guys remember the movie House of Wax, then you guys should remember how it was real people that was under that wax. And that is exactly what it is at the Wax Museum. Those figures at the museum look super hyper realistic. They have everything down to a T, from the hair to the perfect height to the perfect weight to everything. And after seeing what happens to that Balenciaga model, I am 100% sure that those are people in that wax museum. The world is a stage, and they tell you through these movies, all you guys have to do is sit back and decode it. Y'all remember that movie, The Da Vinci Code, right? Now, I don't know what they do to these people, but I know that after whatever they do to these people, they post them up in the wax museum, like some kind of trophy. You guys have to stay woke and stay aware and pay attention to these movies that you guys are watching. These are not movies, these are actually documentaries.
The House of Wax Museum could be totally isolated, but movies have a way of spilling the beans about stuff that's hidden in plain sight.
Something's up. Something might just happen, guys. Something's going on here. I don't know why they have this here, but something might happen in the future, guys. I don't know who that guy is and where this is at, but it's not looking good. Don't you get it? They've been preparing us for a long time, guys. Through the movies, through the TV shows. Now they're coming out with booklets saying zombie attack. Who's attacking? Who's the zombies? Why are they keep telling us about zombies that we know nothing about? Stop playing with me, son. This video's for entertainment purpose only. I don't know what the hell is going on in that place, but they get those booklets out of there now. Shut up! They've been telling us for a long time, guys, to prepare. Something might just happen, and I think I know what's gonna start it. You remember 2020? Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on here, guys. You know what it is. Shut up! But I tell you one thing, if I walk into another store and I see anything saying something about zombie apocalypse or zombie attack, get ready. No, you get ready.
I have never watched Walking Dead, but that show was probably meant to desensitize the audience, so when you see stuff like that in real life, you will think it's a joke. But that's it for the video. Thank you for the support as always, but before you leave, smash the like button and sub up. Let me know what you think about any of those clips in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.